Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing another topic, that is city creation. Here we basically it's one of the person told that this city creation basically is becoming very dangerous topic. So one of the person told that yes, basically this topic basically is becoming very dangerous. In this basically we are discussing that the future creation, basically future creation means future data, basically future data basically which the groups are creating. So one of the person told that vitamin A equal to this, where blast is going to happen. So one of the person told that yeah, human basically has become so powerful basically that where blast is going to happen, that also basically can be collect the information. That information also basically can be collect. That also up to the level that you can't imagine basically. For example, where blast is supposed to happen, that type of data basically also the world basically is telling that basically the city creation groups are telling that here basically the blast is supposed to happen, and they basically collects the data also basically, that basically everything happens basically here basically. So one of the person told that doctor मतलब कौन है doctor, who are these doctors basically. Then the army group told that basically we are nothing basically again in front of the doctors basically. That also basically the army group told that basically, because preparation of the blast data is done by whom basically. Then they told that it's a doctor basically. So they decides basically that here blast is supposed to happen or basically it's not supposed to happen. Blast means here basically they can't give the medicine basically. Here basically they can't give the medicine. Why they can't give the medicine? Because they are telling that medicine basically is not there basically. So how basically they decide that this medicine, that medicine, this medicine, that medicine? Up to what level the information this group basically have? This is one topic basically. This is one topic basically which we are discussing. And another topic is, one other person told that basically who is handling the Uttar Pradesh basically now basically. So one of the person told that is Yogi Adityanath basically. It's very dangerous topic, basically that's why. It's very dangerous topic. So one of the person told that it's Yogi Adityanath basically, and getting controlled by the Chief Minister Narendra Damodar Modi, and handled by the President basically. Handled by the President basically. So one of the person told that yes basically. And one of few people says that basically she is a Adivasi basically. Adivasi means from Adivasi means everybody knows basically what actually Adivasi caste is basically. And she is now the president of India. So one of the person told that it's very dangerous basically. And we are discussing vitamin A basically. So one of the person told that doctors basically, for example, I will take one example. I will take one body basically. Assume that basically that's my body. One doctor basically given me vitamin A blood cells basically. So my body basically contains what basically? Which all are the blood cells basically it's contain. I will take one example that will clear everything basically. So one of the person told that yes basically. Assume that basically I have around uh, 89 blood cells basically inside my body basically, and one of the blood cells basically got damaged due to some reasons, some technical reason basically inside the body parts basically. So doctor told that basically you take vitamin A basically, and in vitamin A basically he basically given me few medicines basically. Then he told that okay. So doctor has given basically according to the data collected by the blood cells department basically. So they given the blood cells data basically. So that is basically one thing. Then basically 89 blood cells basically was there. One of the blood cells basically got damaged. Assume that basically 80 88th blood cells basically got damaged. 88th blood cells basically got damaged due to some technical reason basically. Due to some technical reason, the 88 blood cells basically got damaged. And 88 blood cells basically have around, assume that basically 88 sub blood cells also basically. So doctor basically and 88 blood sub blood cells and 88th number blood cells basically is created by 15 cities, and 88 sub blood cells basically is also created from. So 88 blood cells basically is created from 88th number blood cells is created from, assume that basically from 16 cities, assume that basically, or basically 88 only basically we will take this number basically. So 88 blood cells, 88 sub blood cells and 88 city basically got created. Now basically what happens basically, doctor basically know about this basically, that the doctors basically don't know about the stories, right, basically. Then he told that yes, basically doctors basically don't know anything about the stories. They only know that this medicine, that medicine, this medicine, this blood groups, and doctors don't know that also, that basically blood cells is equal to connected with the physical places, that basically they don't know. But few doctors basically must know basically. The few doctor basically knows that basically. For example, AIMS doctors basically, they are basically handling the entire India blood cells basically, because whatever things blast is going to happen in India, na, basically they are responsible, because they are doctor, na, basically they are doctor basically, and they are basically giving the. So just see basically how basically the army groups are handling the cities also, that also you see basically, and how the nuclear power company also basically handles the cities basically. Army groups basically follow the order only basically, but nuclear plant basically groups creates this data basically. So few nuclear plants are so powerful basically, so powerful, they exactly know that basically here the blast will happen basically. Up to that level basically they are powerful. So assume that basically doctors basically has given the medicine, this medicine, that medicine. So according to the combinations basically the medicine is given, and according to the medicines basically the side effect or basically anything basically can happen, and basically something basically happened, and there also basically the creation happened basically. Now basically one of the person told that basically the repairing basically of the blood cells basically they are doing it basically, but few blood cells basically are not getting repaired basically, that is sub blood cells. 88th number blood cells, 88 sub blood cells, and in 88 sub blood cells basically the 88 cities created, and whenever basically they are trying to create the medicine of that 88 city, na, basically 80 in 88 city, assume that basically 88th number city basically got damaged basically due to some earthquake basically, or basically. So just see basically up to what level dangerous the earthquake is basically, earthquake, flood, natural disaster, everything basically. So he told that 88th number the sub blood cells basically, that is 88th number city basically got damage due to some reason basically, some natural disaster, or basically something happened, some personal enemy basically connected, and they basically finished the city basically. They basically not finished basically, something basically happened, and after that basically the city was not able to create basically. So they basically tried to create the cities, another city also basically, but it was not able to create the city basically. So due to that basically the city was not able to create, that is one thing basically, and due to that basically the lots of bodies, the person's basically body was getting problem basically. Why? Because that energy basically was existing inside the body of that particular person, and that was basically connected to empty basically, and lots of damage happened in the city like this. The energy basically also collected, because energy you have to create basically. So that basically connected to the problem, and then basically the body parts basically was getting damaged due to that 88th number city. So what they have done basically, first they basically try to repair that blood cells basically, that is basically again basically they try to create the cities basically, but it was not able to create the cities, and then basically they completely damaged the city basically, completely damaged the city basically. So here basically the army groups comes into the picture. Here basically the army groups, that is through blast basically that city basically got damaged. In next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this.